Good morning and welcome to the Core Connection. I'm Mira Rubin here with you on Enlightened World Network, and today's topic is play, which should be a lot of fun, something we forget to do. Anyway, before we get started, let's take a minute to settle in and take a deep breath in through your nose. Hold it and imagine wonderful, clear, clean oxygen filling your lungs and moving out into your bloodstream and enlivening all the cells of your body. And as you exhale, exhale any tension, any stress. And let's take another deep breath in through your nose. Hold it. And now imagine that it is sparkling, bright, brilliant white light moving through every molecule of your being and out into the world beyond, connecting you with this amazing universe. And now let's exhale and relax and feel the comfort of relaxing into your body. And let's take our palms and press them gently together. Softly rub your fingers against your palms and feel the tingling in your fingers, feel the tingling in your palms. And let's bring ourselves present right here, right now. And I have been experiencing some challenges here with the comments over the past few days, and not being able to see them. And so I am going to try to get myself situated here with checking my phone for the comments. Unfortunately, I did not set this up ahead of time, so I apologize and ask for your patience because I'm not seeing any comments in the live feed here. So give me just a second and let me see if I can get us on our live stream here. So I think it is coming up, although I'm not seeing the live stream. I have to confess, I am not a an expert at all in Facebook, so I end up with all kinds of challenges, and right now, unfortunately, I'm not really being very successful in logging in to Facebook on Enlightened World Network. Let me see. Oh, here we are. I did it. I'm so excited. Okay, so hopefully I should be able to see these comments as they arise. You're getting to see me in my not particularly most resourceful state here. I just don't. Okay. I see that there are two comments. Now I just have to turn the volume off here. Oh my God, this is crazy. All right. So, I want to thank you for your patience with my lack of competence here. Apparently, even if I have my audio turned off, when I turn on the live in order to see, let's see, swipe left. Okay, Kim Colsey's here. You're here on and joining us on your morning walk. I did it. I'm so excited to have you here, and thank you, Dido. I see you here too. This is so awesome. Okay, so now I can actually talk to you. And how perfect, Kim, that you're on a morning walk because we're talking about play today. So, one of the things that we grew up with as kids, hopefully, is being able to go to the playground routinely as part of our day. And that was something that was standard practice. And somehow, as we grow up and we end up becoming adults, we forget or we are trained out of enjoying the liberation and the revitalization that's available through play as an essential part of our lives. And so I wanted to talk today about how we could make a a conscious and deliberate choice to incorporate play in our lives as a priority, as something that is revitalizing and essential to the quality of our lives. So let's look at what kinds of play we might be able to engage in. And I'm not sure if, now that I've got us live on Facebook on my phone, I'm not sure if the comments are coming in live, but I guess we'll find out as we go. So, in terms of play, what are the things that really light you up, that you just really get a feeling of joy and vitality from it? Could be something as easy as going for a walk. It could be even creating something new in the kitchen. I know that for me, I love playing with food, making new recipes and creating things. And I love creating in the kitchen. I love taking photographs, maybe dancing around like a crazy person to music. What kinds of things do you do to play? And what can you suggest for other folks to try for playing? And these can be, play can be something that you engage with joyful abandon, but it can also be something that just gives you fulfillment. I do a lot of crafty things, and I really enjoy beading and knitting and weaving and Kim says picnics, frisbee, throwing a football. That's awesome. Yes, so physical activity playing, those are awesome things. And if you have a dog, you can play fetch with a dog, or I actually play fetch with my cat periodically. Playing card games. Kim says fun 70s songs. Yes. I love it. And dancing around, and like the idea about play is that it's freeing, that it's uplifting, and that it's revitalizing and fills us up in ways that we don't necessarily get to enjoy in our day-to-day lives, that we get so serious about, and all the things we have in terms of obligations and responsibilities to fulfill often overtakes the importance or the engagement in playful activity. We are living beings that are here to enjoy being here on this planet, and it's not all about obligations and responsibilities. There's lots and lots and lots available here to enjoy, and when we distract our attention with all these things that we think are so important, we end up losing contact with other things like joy, and joy is the foundation of our resilience, joy and playfulness, and engagement in things that really lift us up, and that we can explore parts of ourselves that aren't so bound to this intense adult seriousness that overtakes so many of us, and really sort of sucks the life out of our lives in so many ways. So what other things can we do to play? We've been talking about breaking patterns or habits and creating new habits that are more life-giving. And one of the things that I encourage my coaching clients to do is to prioritize the things that are nurturing to them. So if painting is something that really gives you nourishment of the soul and spirit, then prioritize painting as part of your daily ritual, as part of your daily self-nurturing, and make that first in the day. If writing is something that is life-giving and life affirming to you, and something where you get the opportunity to let your imagination run wild and go and adventure into different worlds, and this is something that makes you feel alive and awake and vital, then do that and make that your first priority, because we want to put on our own oxygen masks, right? If there's an emergency, we need to be able to make sure that we have the resilience and the resources to be able to be present and contributing to others. And that means taking good care of ourselves. And one of the ways that we can do that is with play. And in our society, working hard has been something that is revered and elevated. And I personally love the thought of making your work into play and finding ways to play your way through the day. And I'm thinking that we can do this as we either we can find ways to play at work and be goofy and silly, which is actually not something that is held as an acceptable behavior necessarily, right? Because we're all conditioned to be working hard. So what happens if we actually have fun working? What a concept. And I invite you to look at ways that you might be able to incorporate fun and playfulness and some joyfulness into your working day. What kinds of things would make a difference? Maybe playing fun music, maybe taking dance breaks, or let's look at what it would be to be a little bit outrageous and playful in our lives. How much of a difference that could make if we can just laugh and smile and understand that the physiology that happens in your body when you laugh and you smile and you are playful, it's a whole different set of chemicals in your body that get released than when you are serious or sad or frustrated or any of these other emotions. What happens is that the emotions are correlated with all different chemicals that are moving through your body that are helping to heal you and or create further dis-ease in your body. So I'm talking about playfulness as a prescription for health here. And I see Kim says it's fun when you remember relationships with others can bring you joy and meaning to each day. Absolutely. Absolutely. Because in our interactions, so often our interactions with others become transactional, and our activities throughout the day become transactional. And what happens then is that we become robotic and disconnected from the vitality that we are. So playfulness and joy and silliness is something that maybe we can look to elevate a bit in our lives as something that actually provides value to us and other people. Because sometimes, like when we can find our way to be goofy and silly and playful, then it breeds that in other people too. And then we can have a whole lot more fun. So we get to look at this is an aspect of creativity that we get to look at how we can engage in our lives to just bring more fulfillment. Dido says, "My idea of fun is dancing to ABBA songs and making and restoring things." I agree. I'm not really privy to ABBA music. I'm gonna go look up the ABBA and learn more. I know some of the ABBA songs, but I'm gonna just try it out and dance around like a maniac and have some fun with that today. I think that I'm gonna take my own medicine, my own prescription here, and even if you set an alarm on your phone to just take a break and have fun. And I'm with you too, Dino, about making and restoring things. I'm more a maker than a restorer, but I have refurbished some things too, and there's a lot of reward that I get out of that too. Is creative stuff for me. I can't not, and I think creativity is an addictive thing. The more you do it, the more you want to do it. And it can show up in all different ways. It shows up in problem solving. I mean, whatever a circumstance is, it takes creativity to figure out ways to do things and do things differently, or fix things or improve things, or those are all creative activities. It's a creative activity to find something playful to do. uh, Creativity doesn't necessarily have to show up in the realm of things. Creativity is in thought, uh, thinking of a song or a jingle, or even a new way uh, to feel into your body. We can be creative in so many ways, and there's a playfulness to that. And the more playfulness we bring to our creativity, the more creative we are, because the playfulness actually feeds that creativity. And I'm wondering, for those of you who are here and listening, what kinds of things do you do that are playful? Or what kinds of things, if you're not doing things that are playful, what kinds of things are you willing to invite into your life to be more playful and exploratory? I think that, you know, play is also a way of learning, and actually it's one of the most powerful ways that we learn as kids, through playing. We can learn new languages through playing. In fact, gamifying learning has become a really popular way to expand learning. There are programs or apps like Duolingo is a way to be learning language. I've been playing with learning Spanish, and they gamify it. You kind of get points, and you get rewards when you accomplish certain things, and it can is really about making learning into play. And I'm just thinking, what else do we learn through play? So many things, really. We think that learning has to be tough, but the truth is that when we're doing it in a playful way, it really becomes effortless. It becomes very natural, because we are all about learning. Oftentimes we learn through difficult circumstance, but we can learn so much more easily and joyfully when it's in the context of play. And I'm just thinking, what other ways that we can play? Playing cards. I've enjoyed. My father and I used to play cards. Now, my dad was a very bright man, and also I guess if I really look at it, somewhat insecure egoically, even though it showed up as being very, very self aggrandizing. And so we would play cards, we would play gin, and when I would win, he would be completely gobsmacked. Like, how did you win? You can't win. You couldn't have won. And like it was an accident. Like it was so funny. And so the way that we played was with this banter back and forth, and this competition that really was pretty comical. But it was a way that we were able to connect with one another, that allowed us some a level of connection and a level of relationship that we were not really able to find in other venues so easily. Anyway, so how do you use play in your life to connect with people and to uplift yourself? Games are great, and when we're playing, sometimes we get caught into this competition and having to win instead of just enjoying the connection of playing and learning about each other and having the experience of that. So, what are you think in you sorry, as you look at your life and you think about playing, I wonder if you're recognizing room to introduce more playfulness and more playing into your life and more fun, more dancing, more singing, more being goofy, more joy is really what this is about. Is we can stimulate that part of ourselves and that creativity, life affirming aspect of ourselves through play and through giving ourselves. I was going to say indulging, and then I quickly corrected it in my mind, because it's not an indulgence to play. And this is what we have been taught culturally, is that, that's an indulgence. It's not. It's essential. It's essential to our well-being. It's essential to our vitality. It's essential to our renewal. So let's find ways to play. And I'm really interested to know what it would look like for you in your life to play more. What changes or what openings can you imagine if you were to give yourself the opportunity and the freedom and permission to really play as a priority? How might that lighten up your relationships? How might it lighten up your experience of your work? How might it feel in your body to be able to just play like a puppy, to just enjoy without the constant pressure of obligation and responsibility. If you just took it on as an essential gift to yourself to play, because remember, as kids, we had recess. We had recess every day, and we went to the playground, and it was something that was part of our day because it was so, so important. Somewhere along the way, we forgot that. So let's reincorporate it. Let's make a playground and playtime and recess for us to just unplug from being a grown-up, unplug from all the responsibilities and obligations, and really engage in some fetterless activity, where we're unfettered activity of just the expression of our own vitality and life. So that's today's invitation. I'm Mira Rubin, and this is the Core Connection. You're here with me on Enlightened World Network. Thank you so much for your patience with my Facebook education here that's been happening. And Dido says, when I do something fun, I feel restored, even if I'm tired. And I'll tell you what, that's so for me too. I was really, really tired this morning, I have to say. And I thought, well, what would shift that? And the idea of play came into mind. And frankly, right now, having just spoken with you about this, I feel enlivened. I feel energized. And so it may be counterintuitive to take time away from the many pressing things that you have to do to play for a bit, to be able to go back. But the truth is that it enlivens and invigorates and energizes, and you get to really have fun. And remember that there's this kid inside you that is just longing to play and be expressed. So I want to thank you again for joining me and playing with me in this venue. And I have so much love and so much compassion for you. It's such a joy to spend this time together. And I was saying that I'm here on Enlightened World Network. I show up here daily during the week at 9 a.m. Eastern, and I invite you to come back. And I so appreciate those of you who are here regularly. And if you like what you're experiencing here, please share it, and let's grow the group that of our playmates. And please check out the wonderful programming on Enlightened World Network. Wonderful community of very spiritually oriented and deeply loving and supportive people. So hopefully I will see you again tomorrow. And until then, play, have fun, and just kick up your heels. Lots of love.